Hi everybody. I'm going to work in my Large Dylusions journal today and make a super grungy page, maybe with a little whimsy included. So that's what I have in my head anyways, and we'll see where that goes. I want to get some good texture on these pages, so I'm going to put, I have some fairly heavy gesso here. I am just going to put some gesso on here, sort of a heavy layer, lots of brush marks. This journal barely fits in frame, I realize that. I'm trying my best to stay in frame for you guys. My camera is at a fixed position above my table, so, and I'm filming on an iPad, so I can't really see to like zoom in and out, so it's just kind of fixed where it is. So we just do our best. Okay, now I am going to flip that page over onto the other side. Press. And we should get some pretty cool texture. There, that's good. Okay, this is going to take forever and a day to dry, so I will do that and then move on. Alright, for all intents and purposes, this is dry. It still feels a little cool, so I know it's not fully dry, but it's not moving at all under my hand. So I'm going to take the brush that I used to apply the gesso. It's been sitting in my water basin, so I just dabbed the excess water out on my towel, and I am picking up Deco Art Prussian Blue Hue Fluid Acrylic, and I'm just going to randomly apply some here and there, and the gesso that's in my brush is mixing with the paint, so I'm getting a slightly different tone than I would have otherwise, but you can see it picking up all that great texture. Now I am going to kind of rinse out my brush and get the majority of the blue out of it. Dab it off on my towel, and I have Deco Art Media Fluid Acrylic in Burnt Umber. And my brush has quite a bit of water in it. Yep, here comes the grunge. You knew it was coming, didn't you? Just kind of getting some random bits of paint here around the edges. No plan again, guys. I'm just kind of going with my gut here. The paint layer is dry. I have a piece of craft tissue that I just stamped all over with my circle type stamps. I tore it into pieces, took some pieces out, kind of fit it back together a little bit. I'm going to put this all down with matte medium and dry it. But before I do that, I'm going to scrunch each piece up and make lots of wrinkles and try and keep as many of the wrinkles as I can when I put it down. We'll scrunch it like that. More texture. I'll be back when that's done. Alright, my paper pieces are all down. And I just scrunched them, kind of pushed them into the matte medium that I laid down first, and then pressed it down with my brush and more matte medium and dried it off. I'm going to bring some of the color back. So I'm going to water down the same Prussian blue hue a lot. And I am aware that adding this much wetness on top of this paper could possibly lift paper again, but I'm just going to get a wash across the top, fairly dark. And then I'm going to grab a baby wipe. I pulled out this stencil. It is called Concentric, and it's from Joggles. I mixed just some white gesso in with the Prussian blue that was left on my palette over here. I want to see how that looks. I think I want it lighter. And I'm not looking for a perfect image here, or perfect print. Just kind of going haphazardly. Some will be darker, some will be lighter. Don't like that one because it was too dark. See if I can lighten it up a bit. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Yeah, that's better. I like that side better. And bring some of that texture back. I think you can see the, I had a real distinct line right there. You can see the darkness coming back through as I wipe over it. Not super hard, just till I start to see some of that texture surface And some areas have more texture than others, so you won't see it everywhere. There. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. I got really tired of thinking about this one, you guys. The brain would not engage. I just decided I'm going to build a couple collages and call it a day. So I'm just going to work on this and I'll show it to you at the end. Alright, this is done. I may do a border, not sure. This was a scan from a sketch that I had in my sketchbook. I just scanned her and printed her on my inkjet printer. And she's been dry for a month probably. She's just been in my stash. And I was watching the Bohemian Crafter this morning, Eva, and she put wax on, furniture wax on some of her papers to make them translucent. So that's what I did with her. I used the Daddy Vans. It's unscented beeswax furniture polish, but it's just beeswax, I believe. Beeswax, carnauba wax, and olive oil. So basically it's all natural. But I just put it on both sides and then hit it with my heat gun and then wiped off the excess and let it dry. And it glued down just fine with the heavy gel matte medium. This is a piece of that big collage paper that I made a while back, and I just tore that, some book pages, and you can see, I think, behind her face, you can see that she's translucent. I have a piece of book paper behind her, and you can see the text through her image. And the rest is just ephemera. I mounted all this ephemera on a piece of corrugated cardboard, and then just added the tag and went around most of it with my black Stabilo and activated it with water. So I like it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do once I got the background done. I did remember to take a picture of the background, so I am building a new collage pack just of my original background papers that I think I'll just offer it as a freebie that you can download and print out. But I'm going to wait until I get a few more in there. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I am getting very, very close to my, that was my phone, sorry, to my 2K subscriber mark. And when that happens, I am going to give something away. I have been just putting some things in a box as I come across things or think of things that I want to add to it. So it will be a box of artsy stuff, maybe art supplies, maybe finished art. I've just been putting stuff in there, so I'll probably go through and pick out the best stuff to leave in there and include. So if you know people who might enjoy my channel, let them know, share out my videos, and we'll get closer to 2K that way when we get more subscribers. So I thank you all for joining me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel or you know someone who might like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it if you did that. And in the meantime, go make some art. Bye.